Welcome to the Long Review. My name is Will, where I do tech unboxing, tech reviews, and tech tutorials. Today is the last video in a three-part series out of the Gyrocopters Flash 3.0. I received a few messages, DMs, and emails about my usage of the Gyrocopters Flash 3.0, and I wanted to do an FAQ on it. I've been using the Gyrocopters Flash 3.0 exclusively for 2 months now as my main driver for my commute to work. It's about a round trip of 13 kilometers and it's about an hour and a 5 daily commute. How long does it take to charge? The answer is, well, I don't let it completely drain before I charge it. I just leave it overnight to charge, and if I'm using it the next day. On the website, it states it takes about 5 to 6 hours to charge. Next question is, how long does the battery last? Answer, based on my daily commute, I've been able to get 2 straight days around 26 kilometers or about 2 hours and 10 minutes of usage with very little battery left. So just to note, the battery life is really dependent on your speed and weight. The faster you continually ride the scooter at higher pace, the less battery lifespan there will be. So obviously it means a shorter distance. In my commute, there's a mix of the speed of 25 kilometers down to 10 kilometers an hour, and so it varies. For a test, twice I did ride the scooter until it completely drained from a full battery, and on average, both cases, it was around 29 kilometers before it completely died. Again, it was a mixed use of speeds and different terrain. So, I mean, it might change, but for me, it was around 29 kilometers before the battery died. Next question is, can you manually push pedal the bike if the battery is out? Answer is yes, you can. However, since it has a motor attached to the wheel, it does take a little effort to actually manually push pedal the bike. When I did run out of batteries, it was just easier for me to walk the bike home versus just, riding on it and pushing with one leg. Next question I have is, does the battery still hold its charge consistently after a few months of usage? So again, I've been using it for about 2 months now, and I haven't had any issues with the battery not charging or holding a charge. If I know I'm using it the next day, I just leave it overnight to charge. Next question is, how is the wear and tear after use? So after 2 months of riding on various surfaces like sidewalk, asphalt, gravel, and mud, it does get dirty, but everything still works. The only adjustment I had to make was the handlebar started coming loose and I had to tighten it, and that's happened twice to me so far in 2 months. The brakes and acceleration still works great. The grip mat still stays on and it hasn't come off. And because it's a solid rubber wheel, the inspection shows a bit of wear and tear, but nothing has cut into it or punctured it. Another question I get asked is, why do I choose an electric scooter versus a regular push pedal bike? And there's 2 reasons for that. The first reason is, well, I'm lazy. When I'm using an electric scooter getting to work, I just stand on it, put my thumb to the throttle, and it just goes. There's zero effort whatsoever. When there's zero effort, it means I'm not sweating through my clothes and I'm not soaked by the time I get to work, especially during the summer. Whereas I was using a push pedal bike, I have to bring a change of clothes because I'm often pretty sweaty when I get to work. And then either I have to shower or wipe myself down and then change into clothes. With an electric scooter, I don't have to do that. I just stand on it with my dress shirt, dress pants, and off I go. I get to work. I am not sweaty because when you're riding that quickly, like 25K, there's usually a breeze and you actually kind of cools you down. So the number 1 reason is because I'm lazy and I don't want to change of clothes when I get to work. The second reason is, unfortunately for Winnipeg, we have a bad rap for being the bike theft central of Canada. And I think we've improved over years, but for a while, if you leave your bike out, someone's going to steal it. In my building, there is a secure bike cage that people can use. However, talking to my coworkers who worked there for a while, it's not very secure at all. It's monitored, however, thieves still break into the bike cage and still steal the bikes from there. So I didn't want the hassle of having my bike stolen. And honestly, when I bring this to work, I just fold it down like now, carry it into my cubicle, and it's there. So I don't have to worry about any theft. So those are 2 main reasons why I would choose an electric scooter over a push pedal bike going to work. Another question I received is, an electric scooter safe to ride, and have you ever wiped out? So the answer to the first part is yes, it is very safe to ride. I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old who have ridden the electric scooter and they bomb down the street at 25 kilometers an hour, and they're able to actually handle the steering, and I don't have issues with them crashing or getting hurt on that, as long as they're careful. And the second part of it, have you wiped out? Yes, unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, I actually had a pretty bad wipeout that involved some damage to the scooter, which you can see some footage here. The front part of the casing where the light is damaged, the bell is completely damaged, and the brake was a bit loose, but I managed to fix it. And what happened there was I was riding at 25 kilometers an hour down a side street, and it's falling Winnipeg, and there's leaves and branches. And one of the branches, unfortunately, actually got caught right in the steering wheel here, the wheel here, and it flipped the scooter over because it just couldn't get over it. It was just too big, too thick that the front wheel couldn't get over it, and the whole scooter just flipped. And when it flipped, I landed on it, and when I landed on it, my chest actually hit this part, and so I actually had minor bruising on my ribs for about 2 weeks, and I actually ended up sitting up because I was more comfortable than laying on the side. And again, that's my fault. I just wasn't paying attention. Last question I get is, would you use electric scooter to commute to work? And the answer is yes. If you're like me and fortunate enough that we have really good bike road system that I don't have to share on the road with cars, and that there's dedicated bike paths, and you're close within 20 kilometers of your workplace, I would definitely recommend getting an electric scooter for that. For me, it's nice to have a ride in the morning to kind of get ready for work and feel the sunshine and fresh air, and on the way back from work, it's a good way for me to kind of decompress and be outside when I'm heading back to work, and kind of level set when I get home. All right, so that is my answers for the frequently asked questions that I get about riding an electric scooter. If you have any questions and I didn't answer it, please leave it down below. I will get back to you. And if you found the video helpful, please remember to give it a thumbs up, like the video, and consider subscribing to my channel for similar content. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.